Jack Harlow, we mentioned this last week a little bit, but the single officially dropped, Lovin' on Me. So your thoughts on the single itself?
I think it's a bop. I definitely, if I heard it in the club or whatever, would not be mad at all. I think it's very catchy and easy to rock out to. If I do have any criticisms, I would say it feels like a very blatant Drake impersonation. It's uncanny how similar it sounds to Truffle Butter by Drake, which I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but clearly Drake's formula, still a great song. I just don't, my question is, what direction is he going from here? Like, is an album coming out? Is he going to put out more shit like this? Like, is he just having fun? That's kind of my big question mark. But overall, I thought it was a, pretty good song.
Yeah, so dude, all that, and I'll just add a couple more things, but the song is fun, right? It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds of a fun song. Definitely added to any playlist, right? Gym, clubbing, pool house, whatever, bro. It's gonna be a fun vibe to have that song on. When it comes out, you're probably, hey, run it back, one more time. Like, I get it, bro. Like, but it's interesting when the criticism of him for the last 2 years is like, bro, get off Drake's dick. And he's like, actually, I got one more, and then we'll change it up. But I got one more fucking song for you.
Yeah.
Because bro, so when you say truffle butter comparison, right? Are you saying the beat or the flow?
The beat. And then I went and heard some other Drake shit, and Drake says your boy, like the way he says it, pretty much identical. And I know academics, apparently your boy is like Drake's term that he coined for himself. So then I saw Jack Harlow using that term and similar flow. So truffle butter, the beat damn near the beat pattern.
The beat for sure. So the beat pattern is very similar, right? Very, very similar. Mm-hmm. But bro, if you listen, because I saw some TikToker do this, I wish I knew her name. But if you listen to the motto, the YOLO song, mm-hmm. that Drake flow is this. Uh-huh. I'm like, my guy, you can't just say dude, yo, come on, bro. You can't just copy the homework and just forgot to write out his name. It's
that's funny that you said that.
I was like, bro, again, good for him, bro. Again, dude, this shit's doing numbers on TikTok. I'm sure that's going to go number one when the charts come out for the billboards next week. And again, good for him, because it feels like he dropped that EP that no one fucked with just to prove a point and kind of disappeared. And dude, again, everyone's talking about him, bro. Again, good for him, man. Again, I'm not mad at Jack. I just think as far as expectations, you and I had just higher expectations of what he's capable of being when it comes to a true MC. But if it's just going to be this route of hey, I'm going to make music and have fun with it and make money and do acting and just be famous, good for you, right? Because I feel like now it's leaning towards I don't want to be a true MC. I just want to be famous and enjoy celebrity status. That's what it feels like, right? Mm-hmm. Again, people might see that comment and think I'm crazy because again, the lyrics aren't bad, right? This is not a trash song, but this is a very good song. But it just feels like the overall demeanor of everything coming out from the Jack Harlow camp is someone who's just enjoying life. Hey, I'm famous as fuck. Here's a fun song. Just enjoy it. Don't take it too deep. And that's also fine, bro. I think it's just we may have to tame our own expectations of what we thought he would be in the ranks of all right, is this guy going to be the next guy to compete with Drake, J. Cole, those kind of guys.
Right. So as someone who was a big fan of Jack Harlow before 2020, I think, and based on comments I've seen, I think this song is a lot more in line with the kind of style Jack Harlow
was putting
people
out.
Liked him. Yeah, was putting out and people liked him for. I don't think he was ever very deep or anything. And I think when he got put on this pedestal within hip hop, he just felt this overwhelming pressure to prove he wasn't just some white boy culture vulture who made generic shit and and whatnot. And I think this is on the right track. I think he does just have to if you're gonna make bangers or music for the club or whatever for the ladies, it just has to be undeniably good. And I think this is on the right track for sure. Granted, like you said, it's still like kind of biting Drake's general flow and appeal and style and everything. But I think it was more original and not as much of a cash grab as like the glamorous Fergie remix and shit like that, where it's like it felt like you're not even trying that hard, so to speak. So yeah, I think it just should be club shit that guys can rock out to, because I think he was trying way too hard to appeal to the female audience.
Yeah. Even this song is like very female based, but I think this song is also like, bro, like every white man in America is fucking doing a TikTok to the song, right? Like they're just, you know, so I guess it's doing both. I do see him though, I think, because you asked the question, so what's next? An album, right? Like I do see him going the single route for a while, bro. I think we're just gonna get like a single every couple months or 3 months, and like that's it. Because I do, regardless of if this is similar to the old Jack or the new Jack or whatever, like I think the trend we have been seeing, regardless of, you know, where you put him on the pedestal, is that we've never been able to get a good quality cohesive album from him, right? So I just think we're gonna just keep getting, again, this is my guess,
or maybe
it's gonna be more, or EPs, whatever, right? But I don't think we can get like 8, 9, 10 songs from him and it all like just makes sense, because like for that it takes depth, right? I don't think you can just put an album together of 9 bangers. Like I don't think the audience wants to hear that, right? So I just think it's gonna be a lot of like, here's a fire song, let's fall back for a little bit, make money off this, and then I'll give you another fire song in 2 or 3 months, and like he'll stay relevant throughout the years, but it's never going to be one body of work that we're like, oh, dude, killed it. Or again, we may get an album, but I think we already know not to expect much out of it.
Right. Now, after he saw what happened to Drake recently, I'm sure if he definitely postponed that shit like 3 years.
It ain't worth it.
Right. Yeah. And he like his last album was well received. I think he wanted to take that W and just, you know, let it marinate for a bit. And I'm not mad at that. Like he is a singles artist, at least from what we've seen, or maybe a mixtape type artist. I don't know. But in any case, I think he shouldn't like take himself too seriously and try to be the next fucking Eminem or anything like that. Like you can still be one of the,
like
the
25,
best.
24? Like isn't he young?
Yeah, 24, 25. Like, yeah, definitely like mid 20s latest.
Bro, enjoy. I do honestly, like maybe it was the pressure, maybe us like just wanting so much more out of like the next, like who the fuck is the next artist kind of shit. But like, bro, just like enjoy being young, bro. Like